This daily dose is brought to you by Pirate.Black. ARRR!
Privacy in our modern day internet era. And privacy has to do with government regulations, the permissions that the government has, and also about what other people can find out about your assets. And this has become an important topic as a function of the business trust that we advocate for people to use for their businesses. Several years ago, after we had the 9/11, the government instituted and they pushed through this Patriot Act, which a number of people have heard about. What the Patriot Act did is it enabled many different government agencies to cross the line and to look at your personal and business affairs, whereas previously they had to get court orders in order to investigate some of your personal affairs. So everything changed with this Patriot Act. Everybody thought that, we're in this national emergency, so they pushed through this legislation, and many people don't know how permissive it is for the government to look at your affairs. Along with them looking at your affairs, what can happen is that you can get these seizures that come along with it. And if you have any of your assets seized, you have to prove to them that they did the wrong thing to get your stuff back. So with this privacy, how are you going to protect yourself? How are you going to keep your assets secure and safe and invisible, which is part of what we advocate, in order to augment some of these privacy issues that have been violated, that have been gone away as a result of this Patriot Act. So please know that this stuff has changed. And so what we're advocating here is keep your stuff off of the radar screen. Keep it safe. Keep yourself safe. I mean, it's hard enough to make some money and to run a business and have employees, if you will, and bust your butt in order to make a success in the modern day world. So once you get there or on your way there, keep mindful about keeping your stuff safe. So that's what we want to do. So now you've got additional agencies within the government that are looking at all types of cash transactions. You may have also seen where FinCEN, that's the name of the organization, it's the Department of Treasury, is now requiring title companies in order to report all cash transactions on real estate transactions. So there's really an oversight. There's really a lot going on, a lot of snooping eyes into our affairs that we didn't have before. And I also want to mention about the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Okay, a lot of people think that to get your credit report, that somebody needs to get your signature, get a permission, or you need to apply for a credit card. Well, yes, there's 5 reasons that a person can get your credit report. It's a court order, it's an extension of credit, there's a judgment, employment is another one, and then the 5th one is what is called any good and valid business reason. So if you're thinking about going into business with your buddy or something like that, and he wants to check you out and see what your financial affairs are, how you handle your money and stuff like that, he can go to any one of these agencies and he can get your credit report because it's a good and valid reason. You can't just do it because you just want to snoop on somebody, but people can look up your credit report as well, and a lot of people don't know that. So putting all this into context, so think about all these different privacy issues that have been eroded over the last several years. We've got the internet, we've also got the government looking in at all of our affairs as well. And so you just need to be mindful that this is going on behind the scenes, and you may or may not know what's going on. So if it's important to you to get some of your privacy back, but your big important stuff, take that stuff off the table. Do a couple of things in order to get yourself a little bit of safety back, so that if anybody starts looking at your stuff, you got some of the stuff tucked away that nobody can find. We got a tremendous amount of snooping online by government, by opportunists with their attorneys, and so keep all that stuff in mind.
Follow the treasure to Pirate.Black, because financial privacy today is freedom tomorrow. ARRR!